Hey, Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome to my first impression of Emberward. Now, Emberward is a tower defense game that came to Steam on the 25th of June 2024. It's currently in early access. It costs about $15, €15, and it's a Tetronimo-based tower defense game, which is a roguelite. I've been on a bit of a, tower defense kick. I love tower defense games. They're some of my favorite type of games. So let's go ahead and pop a new run. So we've got difficulties. We've got casual. You can retry without limits. Normal, a journey with some challenges. Let's pop into normal. I think normal is going to be what most people are going to play eventually. So we've got the Misty Forest. This is our first level. Sure, I can't select anything else, so I'll just click the Misty Forest. And I've never played this game before. This is 100% my very first impression. I've only vaguely heard of it. I maybe have watched one video like a year ago, but I don't remember it very well. So like we've got a village here. I click on it. Choose your adventure. So I got to choose my character. All we've got right now is Fairy the Novice. I get plus 5 extra HP on my fire source. That doesn't seem like a very good ability, unless health is a resource in this game, in which case it seems like it's a pretty okay ability. So then we get to choose our gear for the adventure. Okay, so I don't know. Choose a set that you like. I don't know what the consequences of these decisions are. Like a dart tower, a cannon tower. Maybe the basic tower would be good. Like, I don't know how to evaluate the... I have no knowledge on how to evaluate this. I do like the idea of the drone tower. Let's go with the basic setup here. The lightning tower, the frost tower. So I can get the gold furnace. When you discard a card, you gain coins. You see the next card in your deck. Monsters under poison effect takes extra damage. When you kill a large monster, the charge effect of all monsters is increased. Charge. Towers not attacking for more than 3 seconds will crit hit in their next attack. Okay. I think a lot of these feel like they would, well, I guess actually the charge could be pretty good because I do have the lightning tower and that is a stun. It's a crowd control ability. So I'm going to take that one. But again, I don't really know what the consequences of my decisions are because again, I've never really played. So I would get a tower and a block card. And I would get a tower / block card. But why are these different? I don't understand. Why, like, so kind of first impression here, like what's a gambler's token? What's this? Why is this a little single Tetronimo? And why is this like the T shape? I don't understand that. I have talents. Well, I can't put anything in there. What is this? A tower / relic. I'm going to go the tower relic on the bottom. And let's see what happens down here. Okay, we're going to build a maze. The enemies are coming. Drag the wall card into the field to control the path of the monsters. During the building phase, wall cards can be recalled by pressing and holding. However, once the battle begins, they become locked and cannot be recalled. Got it. So I assume these are my wall cards. We want our enemies to walk the long way. So how do I rotate? Okay, right click rotates. Middle click cancels. There we go. This looks promising. How do we want to lock these guys into a long path? Not really sure. See, I don't really know what good mazing looks like in this game yet. So that's actually causing a bit of an issue for me. I can build out here. What if this is a good maze? Can we just make them go long loops? Okay, long press to recall blocks. Now we've got the basic tower, we've got our lightning tower, and we've got our frost tower. So the basic tower, 2 damage, 6 range, 1.5 per second. This tower shoots half as fast, but it does have AoE, and it causes a stun effect. And we do have Horn of the Storm. We have 50 cash. So this has pretty good coverage right here. So I'm going to build that. And I'm going to build another one right here, because this also has really good coverage. Now to upgrade them, you need a little bit of cash. You can draw cards. We got 5 angry bees. So how do I call the enemies? Oh, battle. Spacebar. Got it. All right, so enemy waves are going to be incoming from out here. We've got the angry bee. They have 8 health. Oh, okay. Nice. Awesome. All right, we cleared it. We got a bunch of money. We get to draw some cards. This is probably not a bad Tetronimo to put there. If I want to fill this space, I could do this. Like, I don't know why I wouldn't fill a space. Is there a reason not to fill space? Maybe filling space bad? I assume it's probably okay because it means you can get a lot more towers down. Is it better to build, like that's my question. Is it better to build a lot of towers or is it better to upgrade them? Because we could upgrade this with extra targets, extra fire rate. So yeah, I don't really know what this game wants me. Maybe if I just build a lot of towers, we're really, really strong. Like I don't understand why the game has a timer. Why would you time me? I don't know how I'm scored, you know? Like, we're zapping. We're doing the zaps. I mean, the zapping seems to be working pretty well. We got a Crimson Lizard. What are you? You're medium, very slow. Could put you there. Cause you to loop back and forth. Can't block that path that way. I could do this. Now, is having a Variety of towers, good. I don't know, like, do you want these frost towers on the corners? Like a frost tower here has really good coverage, you know what I mean? And similarly right here. Maybe that's what we want to do. And then what, do we put some basics around it? Like this? Like, is there a reason I don't want to spend my money? These are things I don't really understand. So we got this big guy, he's got 88 health. That's a lot of health. So the lightning towers don't seem to be too amazing at them. So perhaps he wants single target damage. Oh, look at this, 100%. Oh my god, that seems like super efficient. Ah, you can only choose one upgrade. I mean, the basic tower with the big range means that enemies get chipped down, which I like a lot. Make a big old block right there. Fill that space. You can fill right here. Frost tower. Put a couple of these light boys and we'll give them higher DPS. Enemy incoming. So how much of a slow do you do? So we can go for damage, triple damage, or bigger range. Let's go for bigger range. We'll try and slow him down a little. I like that these guys shoot up over here as well. All right, bonus reward. What do we got? All right, we're on the final wave. We got a T juncture. So I feel like we've optimized a lot here. Let's go for extra range on you. I feel good about the range. I mean, this is double damage for like a way bigger uptime. This is also double damage, but on like a way smaller scale. Genuinely, unless there's enemies that have like base block, I only see this one as being better. I don't know if I'm crazy or whatever, but yeah. Like the ability of these basic towers to just shred is so good. Oh, hello. It's a werebeast. Add a few more basics along the way, like. Just slam them down. Like, is there a reason I shouldn't spend all? Do I get more points if I don't spend all my money? I don't really know. But that was pretty cool. Right, we finished the level. We got 12 light bulbs, some ember stones, and a new card. Okay. Attach runes to block cards to gain special bonuses. Blocks of runes can create buff tiles after being built to provide other additional effects. The more squares a block had, the more runes it can have. Got it. So this card here, the size of this block is doubled and it is immune to corrupted tile effects. Creates an arcane tile boost. Increases the attack power of arcane tiles. Creates a protection tile. Towers on it do not malfunction due to monster or environmental effects. Has its attack power increased by 50%. Okay. The card is always in your hand at the start of the level. Creates an explosion boost tire. Monsters killed by the tower on it explode and cause 10 area fire damage. Increases the attack power of electric towers. That actually has a lot of power for me because I do have the electric towers. Can I add more than one rune? So if I went for electric towers plus protection rune? Oh, hey, okay, I can do that. All right, cool. So I could choose a reward. I can get a hammer tower, which is a 2x2. A giant dice tower, which is a 2x2. Feeling lucky, the number you roll determines the attack rate of the tower. I kind of like the giant dice tower. But the lightning ball tower synergizes with my build. So I'm going to go for the lightning ball tower just because of build synergy. So let's continue. I do like that the rounds were fairly short. The waves are pretty short. And I really like the graphics. I like the art style. The presentation is pretty good. You gained talents, blah, 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 blah. So meta progression system, I assume, is it in a run or is it forever? Increases the preparation time before each battle. Does that really matter? I don't understand why you would limit the preparation time. Let me just think, bro. So we got a tower slash relic. Let's go. Okay, buff tiles. Tiles full of energy will enhance various attributes of the tower when built upon them. The effect of the enhancement varies. For example, will only receive a large tower will only receive a quarter of the effect. Okay, so this tower here, it's a 2x1 that shoots in a straight line. Here's our ward. I can't block this, nor can I block this. So maybe I should start mazing here rather than trying to maze outside. You get me? I do like the idea of a lightning ball tower right there if we can make them walk this whole way. So we got slimes and venom crawlers. So this will give us an attack power boost of the tower that's placed here, which feels like it would do well for a basic tower that gets boosted. And that's an 8 damage tower, right? And I'll also pop in a frost tower here with big range so that I can apply it slow. Let's speed up. We'll go to C speed, 2x speed. So you got 32 health. Nice. So as far as I can tell, the game hasn't given me a reason to save my money. Oh no, this is... That's exciting right there. If we put this like right here. Actually, put this one block here. I'll put you right there. I'm going to put a lightning tower right here to zapify, because it's on that extra lightning damage location. Put a couple basics down. Okay. I'm feeling okay about this strat. Yeah, get blasted, little slimes. I think my strats are sufficient for now. 55 reward, cool. We definitely want to do this, and this, and this. Create this kind of like little P shape, trying to make these go longer, and then we'll loop down like this, maybe? Let's fire a continuous beam. Let's see, so automatically fires continuously when the electric ball hits an electric ball tower. Ooh, whatevs. All right, let's put a basic tower here with the damage and range buff. I'm going to go for the range buff on the frost tower. I'll get myself another frost tower here soon. I do like the idea of being able to draw. I don't seem to need it right now, so I'm just going to go to high speed and like let things work out for me. I don't expect these first few runs to require like a massive amount of brain power, you know what I mean? No, you need to be moved because this needs to happen. You can't quite fit in there, so I'm going to put you here. Attack range increased. That could be a lot of fun with this big range increase ability. I'm going to put a big zappy lightning tower right here with the big DPS. And I'll put another zappy lightning tower right here. And I suppose we'll put a little pew pew tower right here. And we'll, let's draw a card too as well. Have a little fun with it. Yeah. We want to do this. We want these guys to come up and around and head over here. To battle. We've got some kind of red health enemy. I don't know what that was. I think it said a Bratwurster, which is kind of terrifying. Just conceptually. I don't want a giant sausage tower to come at me in the night. What are you? Oh, Broodmother. That wasn't what that... I did not read that correctly. Okay, so we want these guys to kind of merge in the middle here. Can't quite get a Tetramo in here. That's fine. Tetronimo. I want to make sure I protect my Emberward from this angle, so I have to make them go all the way around. So we'll kind of pop that there. Do I want to draw more cards? Or do I want to just place more shiz? I mean, I wish there was a button I could tell what needs upgrading. Damage and fire rate feels super good on that tower. Okay, I built all the electric towers. Enemy incoming. We are dealing with the Horn of the Storm, so we do like the zappies for the stuns. I mean, the Frost Tower also doing some carry here. We have a Werebeast with a lot of health. Thankfully, we have a lot of basic towers that are able to plink, 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 plink. Oh, another Werebeast. Now, this guy, he like slams. He counts as 5 damage, I think, if he makes it. Concerning. Okay, so we made a bunch of money. Yeah, this is difficult. Need smaller pieces. I need the smaller pieces, or else it doesn't work. I'm gonna go for some super big ranged towers. I'm gonna put a Frosty Boy right here with big range. And for the sake of keeping the frost up, I'm gonna add a couple more Frosty Boys. So we got good frost. We got 4 frost towers keeping everyone slow. I'll draw a tile too. Where can I put this? This is actually almost the exact tile I was looking for. Okay, Tetronimo placement is important and difficult. I'll give the game credit for that. All right, to battle. I do love the super high ranged basic towers. It did look like placing a thing on an existing boost tile didn't like replace the effect. It was just like the existing boost tile stayed, which is kind of an interesting outcome. Oh yeah, these werewolves or werebeasts are having a rough old time in my maze. He's like doing his like little angry ground pound, but it's like, who gives a damn? Okay, stage clear. Nice. We get some EXP, Ember Stones. Slime Tower, the Dice Tower. You can't upgrade the tower, but it's really cheap. I do love Dice Towers. I love gambling. I love gambling. I'm a gambler. Each non-critical hit by a tower increases its critical hit chance by 5%. Resets after a critical hit. That's actually pretty good DPS. For every 5 tiles locked, you earn a free card draw. That's really cool. When a monster is stunned, all attacks against it will be critical hits. Well, I mean, we have the electricity build that does a stun. It's not a huge amount of stun, but I feel like that's really good synergy. All right, let's continue. We can grab, hopefully, another upgrade here in the talents tree. So starting gold. If no damage is taken monsters, you gain extra XP. Tower upgrade costs are reduced. You will have a gambler's token granting you additional rerolls. Okay, let's go for more relics. Ooh, a corrupted battlefield. Let's go for this. Current vibe in the game is that it's kind of good. Minecarts. Build a tower on a minecart and will automatically charge forward along the tracks once the battle starts. Tower placed on minecarts will receive various enhancement effects. Okay. Okay, so I see the attack power and range of the tower placed in the above are doubled. Well, that just screams 3 basic towers with extra range will like do the job for a significant number of these waves. Oh, they do a sick jump. But yeah, I think these guys are going to do like crazy work. So let's grab fire rate and range. Fire rate and range. So they have like big coverage. So they're going to have 100% uptime in this area of the map. So we want to kind of concentrate slow and damage and stuff in this area if we can. We want to choke our enemies into this location. I do like this guy's like a little smiley face. What if we did this and this? You can't really be used in here because you're too wide. And I want to create a loop that does this. Okay, I'm gonna use you outside where it feels a little bit safer. Okay, we got the 3 of these boosted up. I'm gonna go for a lightning tower on this zapper point. And we'll go to the next wave. Yeah, look at them shooting. Pew, 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 pew. The zappy tower will do some work for us. Remember, the stun leads to critical hits. So stunning actually becomes a pretty big deal for us. Nice, we cleared. Only got 7 waves to deal with. These tiles do a lot for us. We need to find a way to effectively... Oh, here we go. To cleanly block this entrance. Yeah, I need them to stick to the edge. Okay, a 50% range boost isn't like crazy, but it still justifies this. This is going to give us an extra DPS tower. I'm going to put a Frosty Boy right there with range buff, although I can't afford that just yet. Yeah, I've got a few basic towers. We got a zapper, we got a frost tower. The frost tower will slowly... Ooh, a chest. So we can get 20 coins and magma ammo. We can get a protection rune, 10 coins, a critical boost. Toxic coating. I'll get critical boost? I don't know what that does. Critical chance is 50%. Aha! Now, I don't really know why I would want to discard a card, but that's fine. All right, let's put you there. We'll put a single point there. If we can get this loop to play nice. Yeah, we won't be able to make that work. What we can do is start the process of blocking this off with the purpose of sending these guys around, which feels like a not terrible move. I'm going to put another basic tower on these range. I mean, anything that boosts range with a basic tower feels like it kind of goes hard. I'm going to put another frost tower right there with +2 range, so it has really good coverage. +2 range on you. So you overlap with you. Yeah, these two just overlap, meaning they'll do the slowing thing. For fun, we could just put a bunch of like gambling towers here because they're like super cheap, honestly. I'll draw a tile and I will put it right there. So now this guy has to walk around. Perfect. To battle. Got some werewolves coming in. They stand no match of my mass of dice towers. Statistically, the dice tower like outcompetes the basic tower on a cost basis. So we need you to come around this way. It means I need very, very straight pieces. So like you right there. You can go there. I'm going to place this right here as a setup for later. I'll even put a frosty boy with extra range right there. I'll put lightning here. With lots of fire rate, spam out my lightning towers to keep stunning. Oh, the zaps! Look at those zaps! Ooh! Dark Grip, Arcane Rune, Mega Rune. Love it. Did I take damage? Oh no, he slammed. Okay. I panicked there for a second. I thought I took damage. Okay. Let's keep popping down Tetronimos. Tetronimo! Do a little gambling. I mean, this tower just feels broken. You could just build so many of it. What do you do? I'm just spamming out these dice tower, man. All right, neat. Oh yes, big long straight piece, beautiful. Oh. Let's go at Zap Station, and then we'll go to battle. We'll try to upgrade these Zapper towers. The hope is that like pretty much everyone has to walk through this zone, which means they're going to get zapped like crazy. They're going to get zapped Brannigan. Okay, the zap zone is working on the stuns, I hope. I see a lot of yellow health bars. And a lot of crit symbols. Making me feel good. Ooh, we're blasting. I like the minecarts. The minecarts are really cool. That's conceptually like a really awesome idea. All right, we got some more experience. A fireball tower, a snowball tower, 5 stacks of chill, and a boulder tower. Ooh, I'm gonna reroll. Missile tower. Here we go. Electric. Each attack fires 10 missile, targeting random enemies within the attack range. Boom, let's do it. So the demon. Ooh. If you complete a stage without taking any monster damage, take 2 gambler tokens, remote dice. Once every 5 seconds during battle, a dice tower with a value of 2 or less will be re-rolled. At the start of battle, it was decreased maximum health by 1 and gain 50 starting coins. That's kind of interesting. I love the gambler's license. I love the remote dice. The fact that I can... It pretty much guarantees over a long enough time scale that none of your towers are going to be a value of 2 or less, which makes it so that the dice tower, this actually gives insane amounts of value to the dice tower. I'm going to go for the gambler's license because I want to actually lean more into my lightning build. Okay, so we can go to the workshop now. So I can reforge. I can make it bigger. Okay, I can make you into a 2x2. That's actually really interesting that you can reforge. The ones I've been having the most difficulty placing are these ones. The ones I've had the most benefit from have been these kind of like more straighter pieces. But a 2x2 could actually be really useful for certain abilities. So I might go get myself a 2x2 and then engrave in that 2x2 a lightning rune. And then we'll just leave that as it is, because it was the T-junction runes that have been giving me the most trouble in terms of placing. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I guess we could reforge. I like having a one-tiler. This little corner piece actually has a lot of value to me. The only other one I might consider reforging is this, because like maybe it would be better as like this, because it's just a slightly more versatile version of this shape. And then I'm going to engrave a... Ooh. I'm going to go for lightning runes. That's our build. So what does the missile tower do? Fire damage, ice damage. Electric damage accumulates charge based on the tower damage dealt. Okay, so we can go Ember Stones. Okay, so this would have been an alternative way for me to spend my Ember Stones if I hadn't used them in the workshop. Got it. Okay, so in terms of talents, I do like Fast Learner. Oh, here we go. Gain extra Ember for every 50 remaining gold at the end of a level. Interesting. Restore 1 health point after passing a level. Items in the shop are discounted. Tower upgrade costs are reduced. I like that. I like some of these. That's cool. Let's go topside. There's a corruption level here. I don't have any Ember Stones, so what's the point of going to the thing that requires Ember Stones? All right, so I see a... I thought I deleted you. I deleted the other version of you. So I can build on this. I think I will. If I place you here, or do I want to place it right there? I'm trying to think about the placement of this to optimize our situation. I want them to come in. Maybe I'm overthinking this. I think I'm overthinking it. All right, let's get 2 lightning towers. That should clear the first wave pretty simply. We'll go to a higher speed. So basically what I was trying to do was trying to think of a way that I could make these guys go back up some of these bridges, but I think if I just build like a really dense lightning maze, we'll be fine. I do want you there, and I do want this here eventually, and you go there. Now we're making it happen. They're coming along like this, exactly as I had hoped. It might be good to put a long-range lightning boy on this. Just get our lightning towers down. You can kind of see what I'm trying to do now. If I build a straight piece here, these guys have to walk up and around. And the lightning damage creates stun opportunities, which gives us crit chance. Big range on you. Lightning right there. We do a little lightning McQueening. We've got Stinger Hornets and Angry Bees. Let's go to battle. Could probably draw some. I'll try to draw an extra card every round, maybe. I think that could be helpful to get me the straight piece I need to make this plan come to fruition. Here we go. Boom. Not quite able to make that work. Maybe if we do this. So close, so close. Okay, I'm going to put the missile launcher in the center there. Got a lot of lightning towers to play, but let's draw a tile. Oh, hello. Oh, perfect. Oh, I love these missiles. That's crazy good range. The zaps are good. Love it. 2 more missile launchers and a zap tower. I'll draw tile 2. I do want these guys to take a little bit longer. All right, let's go to the next wave. Enemy incoming. I like these missile towers. I like that they stack up that lightning quite a bit. I'm going to start upgrading my lightning towers as well. for the damage and fire rate. In particular when they're on boosted locations with range. Alright, nice, we cleared them. We got a chest here. What are you? Builds up to 5 free scrap towers on the block. Up to 10 with a Mega Rune. Greater range boost tile, range boost, attack boost, Mega Rune. Ooh, and a Gambler's token. I'll get that Gambler's token. Sounds like fun. So this is a Mega Rune. Ooh. Now that is an interesting idea. I don't think I've seen a Mega Rune before. I could also see there being a meta about like trying to connect these like this so that you can get multiple tiles for these larger ones, if you know what I mean. I mean, we're getting these guys to play nice together. Oh, free scrap towers. Look at that, dude. That's poggers. I'll draw a tile. There we go. Poggers. We're pooging. Oh my god, the zappage. The zappy dappy doo. The scrappy dappy doo. I do love these rocket. I like these lightning missile towers. They're really cool. Okay, clear the stage. Boom. We got extra gambler token. Woo. Lightning rune, please. Laser tower. Ooh, electric. Golden statue. Monsters that die when range grant an additional 50% gold. Every time a monster dies, its selling price is tower plus 2. I'm going to go with the laser tower because it's an electric. And we've gone for the electric elemental build. We're going to get a tower and a block card here. Let's go. All right, looking at this maze, we've got entry point down here. We've got an entry point over here, an entry point over here. So I'm thinking probably the best way to do this is to make it so that they come up this way. Around, loop, loop, loop. Loopity, 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 loop. So that means we need to work on closing off alternate entry points so as to encourage them to begin going the way that I want them to. Let's draw a lightning tower and a lightning tower here. That should cover most enemies that are coming. We'll go bloop, 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 bloop. I do like the Tetronimo, like using pieces to build your maze. I think that's a really cool idea. I think there's something to it. I like the upgrading tiles with random effects. That's kind of neat as well. There's something really interesting about that as a gameplay mechanic. You know, if we go there, this is exciting positioning. I kind of like this because it allows us to build a block of tower potential. Particular laser tower fires a laser accumulating energy. The higher the energy, the faster attack speed, up to 3x. So this actually benefits really well from range and uptime. So I'm gonna put it on this laser boosting spot, and I'll put you on. So what do? You do 3 damage. You would like an electricity spot. I'll build 1 frost tower just for the sake of having the slow in my maze. At some point, I'll draw a card too. I definitely want to block this off. It's part of the play. Energy charge speed. I think we just want the damage and the range so that you have more uptime. Bonus reward. We can get a little laser spot here. We could get cheeky and create a double laser spot for a rocket tower. Now, what was the loop again? It was loop, 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 loopity, loopity, loop, 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 loop. You draw a piece here. So I want them to go around the outside. I can begin the process of forcing the around the outside stuff by closing off some of these entries, like so. I do like that the rockets do a lot of extra damage if there's a single enemy. Like they just focus fire their damage onto a single guy. Alright, love it. I definitely want to close off some of these. I'm going to close this off, and this, and this. Let's put a missile launcher here just for funsies. We'll go to battle. Let's give you range. And for the bit of fun that's in it, I'll give you Zappy Dappy Do. yeah, I think we've got like a pretty good strat. We want to make sure they go long ways. Good, good, good. We've got a Broodmother that should get Shrek'd. Perfect. Nothing to worry about. We're going to draw a few cards here. Boom. They still can't get through here, which is ever so slightly annoying. We will be able to fix that. I would love to get another double electricity. A double elec. Let's draw a tile too. Oh, I can block this. Oh, yes, we've got the loop. So they're doing the loop now. Loop, 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 loop. Perfect. Beautiful. They don't know what hit them. Well, rockets. I didn't even make it around this loop more than once, you know what I mean? Now this is where we could do some pretty interesting stuff. Like that. Where we can get a tile that has range and lots of electricity. That's kind of neat, actually. You can do stuff like that. One thing I definitely want to do is make them take longer to go around if they do get this deep. I definitely want to get the perk that allows me to get extra stuff if I have coins left over, because I seem to be doing these missions without, like, with headroom, so to speak. I suppose it's also going to depend on the mission. My first impression is that this is a lot of fun. Like, I want to keep playing. I don't think it's like an amazing tower defense game. I think the graphics are awesome. I think there's a really cool idea with the Tetronimo. Tetronimo amazing, and then the modifier tiles. I think there's a lot of cool ideas. I think the enemies are pretty standard. They just walk down the lane. Like, I wouldn't call them innovative, but I also wouldn't say that they're bad. They just are, you know, which is completely fine. Like, you don't have to innovate on every single possible dimension when you make a video game, you know what I mean? Is there even a point in me spending my money? I don't think there is. Like, I think I got this. I could throw down a couple of more shooter rebooters. Ooh, chest. Yeah, none of these are super useful. I do like the mega runes. Those are cool. Hard to find places for, but very cool. I'm just going to add a bunch of missile towers because they seem to be doing the job. I do feel like the missile tower is countered by like any regeneration whatsoever. Now look at this for a tower location. Double zap with extra fire rate. Num 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 num. I really like that. That whole like placing a tower down on a rune is kind of a really, really cool idea. That's something I really like about the game. I do kind of wish that the stun on electric was like, or maybe there was more ways to stun, because I benefit from stun so much, but I don't feel like I'm benefiting a huge amount. Oh, I don't want any of these. I mean, scrap runes are good, because range runes are pretty good. The greater damage rune is good. I'll take a greater damage rune, it's fine. Let's see, fan tower, the scrap tank tower. You place 1x1 towers in the crusher on top. To dismantle towers in the tank will get enhanced. Well, that's kind of neat. Blows a strong wind to push forward the enemies, more effective with smaller monsters. I like the idea of scrap. I'm going to reroll. What do we got here? Chomp tower. Oh, there we go, a drone tower. That's electric. We've been going for the electric build. So I'm going to stick to my theme. So what's this? This is a corrupted battle. I kind of want to know what the corrupted battles are about. I also want to go to the shop, but the corrupted battles are really interesting to me. Can I like upgrade these? No. Let's see, what talent could I get? Loot scavenging. Draw additional cards. All towers have a chance to critically hit. Oh, I like that. I'm going to take loot scavenging. Oh, cheaper tower upgrades. That could be useful. I don't know what the meta is, so I'm just grabbing at random. But I'm not really trying to think about like, oh, what is good, what isn't, because I'm in the exploratory phase. All right, so we got a corrupted level. Corrupted areas appear on the ground, preventing you from building wall blocks in those areas. Additionally, all enemies in the level will be corrupted, making them tougher with increased health. On the bright side, successfully completing them will grant you better rewards. Got it. So I can't block that tile. Okay, so we've got enemies coming in from over here. We've got enemies coming in from over here, and we've got enemies coming in from over here. I think having my enemies walk around this kind of way. So like, if we think backwards, you're going to go, let's follow the path that we want this guy to take, which would be to come up this here, go in through here, weaving, 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 weaving in there. And then on the inside of this, when they come in here, we want them to walk back around to get to that location right there. Auto-base tracks continue to attack enemies in range until it leaves. Fire rate, detection range, flying speed. Yeah. So the drones should do the job for me. Let's draw some extra tiles. Give me one more. Here we go. So if you're going to come... Bam. Perfect. We spent a lot of money, but we set it up in a way to where these guys will actually be able to earn me a little bit of cash. Even if I take some damage because I'm dumb. Hold on. I don't get to retry the level. Alright. That's okay. I drew too many cards. That was my downfall. We'll go for the AoE tower. We want to block this so they have to walk around. I'll draw one. I'll block this. We'll go to battle. So hopefully this missile tower will do a lot of work for me. It is standing on a electric tile, I think, so it'll do a little bit of extra damage, which is nice. I'm hoping these drones... I mean, the drones just don't really seem to do enough. It's kind of a problem for me. They've started to get the loop going. I have so many drones out here. Yeah, I'm probably not doing the right thing here. It seems to be going okay. I lost a lot of health because I made a bad start to the level. But it seems to be going okay now. Yeah, the drones just shredded him there at the end. That's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. 70 coins. And there we go. We're starting to get the big loop going. I'm going to add another missile tower. And a missile tower. It's random damage, but it is good damage. Keeps the enemies on their toes, you know what I mean? Put a beamer right there. Another beamer right here. Put one right there. This guy's a little scary, although I do have like the drone squad who are ready to jump on him. I definitely feel like I learned some lessons from this battle about, well, A, corruption. Like, don't mess around on corruption levels. You know, like, take them serious. All right, to battle. Chomping away at the enemy with our lightning. Nice. We like to see that. See that damage stacking up in a beautiful way. All right, enemies down, we're ready. 6 out of 8 waves. I think we're gonna have this pretty comfortably. I was trying to find more places for these missile towers to go down because I like them a lot. I mean, they're probably not, they're probably like, there's probably tier lists by the grok nerds who play these games. They're like, oh my god, he's using missile towers. That's like the worst tower statistically based on all of these metrics that we use to play the game. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. He's so inefficient. It's inconceivable. Conceive it, bro. Because it's happening. I'm even dropping more lightning towers to try and get more of the ye old deeps. There comes the drone squads. Nyom. I should probably give them their extra range so they activate a little early. I do think that drones towards the end of the maze actually has a lot of power because it's their uptime goes crazy. But then again, like, would basics not just be the same for a cheaper price? I don't know. It's hard to say. Oh, nice! I can get a laser pointer. Sick. I gave it the pass through, which lowers its cooldown. Oh, you can like draw on the map. Okay, so I can be like, yes, I could be like, oh, I want them to go this way. Yes, the damage meter. Yes, the drones. Get at it, drones. Do it. Okay, we had a wonky start to this level, but we recovered and now we're under control. Drones are doing their thing. I feel like the upgrade paths on the towers are kind of eh. It's the inspiration draw card after placing the block is immediately locked. I do like inspiration runes, that's kind of neat. The greater rune of speed is also kind of cool. Let's see, boulder tower. I'm curious about the scrap tank. Each stack of chill increases the chance for the monsters to receive a critical hit by 5%. That's so cool. Overcharge. When a monster's charge effect, it releases chain lightning, dealing 3 points of electric damage to up to 3 monsters. Oh, that's so good with my electric build, dude. So I unlocked the scrap tank. I gotta choose my tower loadout. I'll take out the dice tower because I haven't been using it. We could play around with the scrap tank at some point. All right, run a boss. Show me the money. At last, we've reached the final level. Ahead lies to gate the guardian monster. Defeated progress next area. Quickly fortify your defense to use the minecart to weaken the boss. The arrow tower guards will buy you some time to prepare for the impending attack. So arrow tower guards. Oh, the scrap tank is big. So I think the... Oh, he's going to come at us. Okay, so I think the basics towers are the way to go here. Attack power and range are doubled. I'm going to go for the highest HP. Oh, I see. So that he stops to shoot those. And these towers will get a chance to soften him. All right, sick. Let's go for extra fire rate, extra range, extra fire rate, extra range, extra fire rate, extra range. We'll do that on all of these. That's what we want from these guys so that they have really good uptime on the boss. I'm going to start Tetronomoing. I'm going to cover my main base from this left side like so. Get you to go there and you there. And we could put a scrap tank tower right here. With all these modifiers, we've got attack speed, electric. Oh, it doesn't benefit from the electric part. Maybe we'll use a missile tower there. Okay, let's go to battle. So all these should be upgraded now, I think. One of them isn't. They're just going to chip away at that boss, which is great. Now, he has 99 damage, which means if he reaches the main, it's Ogre. Highest HP on you. I want you to target the highest HP. You're targeting highest HP. I would like to build the scrap tank tower. I think the place to build it would be like right here if we could. I'll put down my missile tower there. And we'll go to battle. I need a couple of these laser towers. No, don't let him touch. No, don't let him touch! Oh, that was close. Jesus. He's stunning from downtown, of course he is. I've already got him to half health, so I'm not too worried about it. That's good. That's good. So this is attack speed for the scrap tank right there. All right, sick. So let's say we put one of these lightning towers on top. He devoured it and got 20% fire rate. 20% fire rate. Okay, what if we put a Frosty in there? Plus 1.5 range. What about a basic? Plus 4 damage. Damn. We're blinking that Hydra though. Something fierce. Okay, what about the... Okay, so electricity is fire rate on this guy. Frost is range. Basic is damage. I'm just gonna feed some basic towers in here. No! Don't let him through! No! No! I focused too hard on the boss. Damn it. I do get to keep my talents, which is cool. I like the game. I gotta say, so from my first impressions, I think graphically the game is awesome. I also love the game feel, like even just the subtle stuff, like the screen moving with my mouse in the main menu. I like the difficulty levels. I like the different choices. I think the only thing I don't love about the game is the tower. I love the types of towers that they have. The tower upgrade system, I find it's just a little bit too simple. I kind of like this whole meta move. I like the length of the levels. Like that run took me about an hour and a half, which is about as long as I want to be playing a run in a tower defense game. You know, I don't want to be playing a tower defense game for like 6 hours. Like, okay, sure, when I was a kid, you know, I would play tower defense games for, you know, hours and hours and hours on like Newgrounds and Congregate and all those Flash websites. Yeah, I think I give Emberward... I think my conclusion here is that, from a first impression, Emberward is a decent game, and it is worth at least considering. Now, if we take a look and we look at the update history of this game, I'm just going to pop into the Steam. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Steam store page, and I'm going to view the update history. I'm going to kind of just glance at the patch notes. So we've got a July 21st game update. There's new features. Okay. There's a roguelite mode. There's daily and weekly challenges to endless mode, difficulty settings, treasure chests. Okay, so not the deepest patch notes, but okay, a decent patch. Not terrible. And then the update before that was in June. And then there was another one in June. And then another one in May, April. And then there was a big update in March. And then December, November. So kind of looking through the game's updates, like it seems to be getting a pretty regular amount of updates, and it is climbing its way towards being better. And if we take a look at the Steam store page as well, it's got overwhelmingly positive. I think it is a decent tower defense game with a lot of really cool ideas that are executed quite well. I don't think it like innovates in the tower defense genre in like a very unique or interesting way, which I think, you know, something like Tower Dominion does, and like Rogue Tower did. But this is fun. This is cool. I do like the run mechanics. I think I like this game, and I think I'm going to continue playing it. I'm probably going to play a little bit off screen, level up some of these abilities, and, you know, explore some of these options and play around with some of the possibilities. And yeah, I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I love you all very much. This was my first impression of Emberward. Bye bye.